Hello and welcome to the video review for the Transformers 2007 Leader Class Megatron. So here we are, and here he is. So first off, let's just get a close-up look at some of the details. He's done in this really, it's not like, I mean, it's a gray plastic, but it's not like a total grayish. It's like, it has like a silverish tinge to it. I don't know how I'll be able to get it on camera, but you see how it has like a metallic silver finish to it? And then you get this really nice blue metallic paint. Oh, you know, along here on the wings, and then of course on his arms down here, or whatever. These, I don't know, these guns, prongs, cattle prongs, I don't know. And then of course, he has visible head syndrome, which is movie accurate. And you got the nice wings back here, which also, this is the battery compartment, because he does have lights and sounds, and what that is, well, I will show you. So you press this button right here, and you get... It's like a... I don't know what that is. Like, is that supposed to be like a dinosaur? Like a pterodactyl? Or... like a jet noise? Like a whooshing noise? I don't know. I mean, I mean, seriously, what is that noise? I don't know. I've always thought of it as like a pterodactyl screeching. Come around to the back here, and, you know, you have robot kibble. And, I mean, that's all this guy really is in jet mode. I mean, it's all robot kibble. I don't think... it's not really an elegant vehicle mode. I mean, you know, here's his arms, his legs are just right there, and his feet. And you have his, you know, his you know, up here, and... Excuse me. And then his torso and hips, and... nothing's really concealed, which, you know, it's a 2007 Leader, and it's a jet mode, so I understand, and I can sympathize with it, but holy crap. But, let's just get down to transformation. So the first thing you want to do is take this section right here and just collapse it in, and then take this piece, you bring that down. Then you want to, what do you want to do next? Come to his feet right here and untab them. They clip in right into here for vehicle mode. So you just untab them, get them undone on both sides. Come on, you stay down. You're not supposed to do that yet. And then you just kind of want to flip all this entire leg section and just kind of, you know, clear these pieces, the wings, and just flip it out. You get something that looks like he's doing the splits. Got some good old Megatron crotch. So then you just kind of want to straighten out his legs. Then you want to rotate this piece right here, the hip piece, to make sure that if I can do this right, to make sure that you have this gold decal facing forward and the screws are facing back. And then as you straighten out his leg, you get a little bit of Automorph with his toes, where, I'll show you the best I can, you straighten it out and... Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. There you go. His toes and everything straighten out. So you just do the same thing on this side. Get his hips all situated correctly. And then just straighten all that out. And there you have his legs all done. Granted, whether he'll stand or not is a bit of a question, but we'll get to that. Oh, I forgot one step. You want to take this little panel right here. Oh, well, that's an issue. Take this panel right here and then bring that down, and it becomes kind of a butt flap. So then what you want to do is come to his arms. You want to split them. Then, what do you want to do next? You want to take these sections, make sure his arms, he's very floppy. Take his arm, or this whole section, bring it forward, and it'll collapse in like so. And then take this section, and this tab right here will clip in. Oh, I pressed the button right there. So you just want to bring it all up and clip that in. And then a nice piece of Automorph is when you bring up the nose cone section, his wings and everything will fold. Well, there's a I just popped his head off. Well, his head's on a ball joint, so that's fine. Let me just peg that back in. Well, as you do that, these are supposed to flip back. Let me see if I can do that again. There you go. So you bring it up, and the wings and everything just fold back. Well, except you want to make sure that you get these pieces clear. There we go. So his back looks like that. Then you just want to take his head and just tab it in, tab it in, tab it in, like so. And then you want to tab his arms in. I just tab it on the sides right here. You want to bring them out and around. Then you want to bring these sections, bring them up, bring his hands down and around, bring that up, bring down his hands, kind of situate him properly, and I believe you're done. So now the test is getting him to stand up on his own, which he's very back heavy, as you can tell. I mean, he has all of this on his back. Oops, I won't do that yet. Come on. The best way I found to do it is kind of bring his legs, here, get his arms out the way, bring his leg back like a click, and then bend his knee in once. It looks weird, but unless you're kind of standing him against a wall, and even then this doesn't want to work with me. Work with me, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Please. Listen to me. Pretty please. There we go. There we go. Okay, nope. He just doesn't. He doesn't want to. He really doesn't want to. Bring. Come on. Let me put him back up against the wall. Bring the camera in a little closer and raise it up a little bit, since I literally have to keep him back against my little wall so he can actually stand. But there you have Leader Class Megatron in his robot mode, and aside from the kibble, I really do like the design of the toy itself. I mean, I like the movie design too, but also just the toy. I just like how it looks. Like I said with the Leader Optimus Prime video, it has a certain charm and a certain presence that you don't get from any other, at least in my opinion, from any other toy line except maybe the G1. I feel like the 2007 movie line on its own has its own unique charm to it. So let's take a closer look at his details. Got some nice translucent or translucent, transparent, I say both. Red for the eyes. Got some nice detail in his face. Got some nice gold detail right up in there and in his chest. Got his arms. And his little spindly fingers. Got his legs. And again, you get a lot of that nice blue metallic paint, which I'm assuming is supposed to replicate kind of how he was like frozen in the ice in the movie. And he got his feet. Of course, you turn him into the back, and yeah, it gets ugly, and it's not the best. I mean, it's okay. It could be worse, could be better, but still, I still think it's pretty cool. So for the little special Automorph gimmick that he has in his robot mode, you press this lever right here, and when you do that, it brings up these pieces back behind him, and he makes the same pterodactyl screeching noise that he made in his vehicle mode. And, you know, personally, I like having them, so how I like having them up just to kind of make it look a little different, and just to kind of give it like that real 2007 toyetic vibe. So as far as articulation wise, his head doesn't do anything. It tabs in right here. I mean, it is on a ball joint, so if you do untab it, I mean, you can kind of get a kind of, sort of, not really, doesn't look good. So for the sake of simplicity, his head doesn't really do anything. His arms can do a full 360, except for the fact that his wings are in the way. They can move in and out. He does have a bicep swivel. He has an elbow joint. I guess you could consider this finger articulation. The legs can go forward. Oops, let me get that out of the way. Legs can go forward that far. They can go back. that far before they start bumping into everything back here outward. They can go out that far. Knee, get about 90 degrees bent at the knee, and his feet don't do anything. They just kind of sit there. So as far, he doesn't come with any accessories, but as far as other gimmicks go, other than the Automorph, is on this hand, he has a little chain whip mechanism. So what you do is you just push this button, and it doesn't really shoot it, it just releases it, and then you just kind of pull out the little whip. And what you're supposed to do is, here, let me try to, is you push this back, and what it does is it kind of floops it around like he's, which is, it's basic, it's simple, it's very, very meh, but I think it's kind of cool, especially since it kind of flips on its own, or, you know, whips around on its own. So, I mean, I like it. And then to get this back in there, you just open up this panel, and he's gonna fall, and you know what, that's okay, because it's a 2007 movie toy, so we forgive it. So you just take this, and you just slide it back in there, and you stand him up. And you just take this and kind of bring it in there, close that down. So that's for that arm. Oop, get over there. And then for this arm, you bring around his hand, and you tab it back in, and you bring this piece around like you're putting him into vehicle mode. And there's a little lever right here, and when you press it, little guns flip out, and they're on springs, so they don't stay out. And I believe there's some way to make it so that this stays forward, and I'm gonna try my very best to get this to work, because I think this is how you're supposed to do it. So you do the same thing on this arm. You tab in his fingers, you bring this piece around, and this clip is supposed to tab in right here where that little peg is. So you just take it and you bring it around, and you, if I can get it in there, come on, yeah, so you clip it in like that, right? So you kind of have that look going on. And then what you're supposed to do, I believe, I don't know, it's not really clear in the instructions, is you bring this forward, and then this piece, I don't, try my best to show you this, it's supposed to look, oh, come on now, I believe it's supposed to look kind of like that, I'm not, or maybe, try to do this. Let me try to figure this out. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this is supposed to actually, like, lock in anywhere, or if it's supposed to stay, but I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can get it so that it does do that. There we go. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I believe you're supposed to have him sitting like this, but does it really work? No. But either case, I don't know. It doesn't really work. Unfortunately, it would look really cool if it did, but it doesn't, so that's really sad. Let me get him straightened up and situated here. But overall, as a figure and as a toy, is it the best? No. Is he the most movie accurate? No. But all in all, excuse me, I still very much like this figure. I mean, like I said, I very well know, I have them in my collection, that the Masterpiece figures are far superior than to what any of the 2007 toys ever were, which is fine, and I understand that. So don't get me wrong when I say this, but I really, really do like all the 2007 figures that I have. As toys on themselves, I think they're fun. I mean, yes, this guy's a little fiddly, but I think just as a toy for a kid, or even an adult, he's just fun to mess with. And personally, in my opinion, he also just looks badass standing on the shelf. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fiddle around with this figure, because he is really floppy. And I hope you have a good one. Thank you for tuning in.